Hi friends, welcome to the Scapegoat Club. My name's Jess, and in this video I'm going to give you some updates, things I've been doing in the media, how I'm feeling about it, and how on earth I'm trying to navigate some really challenging conversations with estranged parents who seem to be okay. It's really hard for me. I feel quite conflicted, very confused, and I really want to chat to you all about it. So I hope you can get comfy for a few minutes, and I'm going to try and unravel what actually I don't really know what's happening. So let's talk about it. Hi folks, thanks so much for tuning in. If we haven't met yet, my name's Jess. I'm a psychotherapist, I'm a relationship coach, and I come from a really difficult family. I founded the club when I discovered the only truth that made sense to me, which was that my family is very narcissistic. Since then, the club has grown, and I've been so grateful to have so much support from other people who feel that they've been going through really challenging situations in the same way that I have. So it's all good. And also more recently, I've been asked to get involved with a few projects. I'm involved in a podcast around estrangement, and also I've been asked for my opinion on the advice towards the adult children who are experiencing estrangement. And of course, I don't have a crystal ball, so I don't really know where this is going. But also I am finding that people are reaching out to me to talk about estrangement in general and not just the narcissistic parent type of pattern. And so whilst I'm doing my best, sometimes I actually feel really out of my depth, especially when parents are coming to me saying, I really honestly, truly feel that I've tried my best and I just can't figure out what's happening here. And so sometimes I feel that, yeah, I can really see the problems with the parent and why the child would have cut them off, why the adult child would have cut them off. Sometimes I just feel very unqualified to even be able to help in these situations. And so I find myself conflicted. I find myself feeling, well, should I even be involved in these conversations? I'm confused as to actually, this parent seems kind of okay. And honestly, I feel that if they were my parent, I wouldn't have estranged from them. I don't know what the problem is. So I feel an alliance with the parent who's like, Jess, can you help me out? Because I'm so utterly confused here. And it seems genuine. But then I also think, well, I really believe that the adult children won't cut them off without a really good reason. And so without knowing what that side is, am I betraying the child by trying to support the parent? And I know that I can't be everything to everybody. And it's such a hard line to tread this space. And so I think the first thing I want to say is I'm really trying here and I'm really doing my best. But honestly, sometimes I really don't know. And it reminds me of when I first found out about my family, when I was trying to navigate this awful idea of estrangement that I never thought would happen, really discovering these patterns that seem to be narcissistic, but also were nothing that I would ever have thought that my parents were. I feel like ever since all that happened, I've been operating in this space of, I really don't know what the answers are. It's scary. I'm navigating territory that I never thought that I would be anywhere near. And also the thing that's guided me so far is this kind of gut feeling of me saying, okay, well, I've just got to go with what feels right to me. And that's what I'm doing, and I really genuinely hope that that is what is coming across in my videos. And also I really appreciate the feedback that I get from so many of you, when either in the comments or individually, when I hear people saying, yeah, I feel like you're describing my situation. It's almost like we have parallel lives. And I feel the same thing when I read some of your comments. I'm like, yep, I could just as easily have been in your house rather than my house when I was growing up. I had a conversation with an estranged parent who was describing her relationship with her kids, and I just felt like, oh my gosh, she just came across as so warm and so genuine and really wanting to try. And actually what that made me feel is, oh my God, yeah, I can see even more the problems that I had with my family. And so in so many ways, this work is cementing my ideas around what I was dealing with and what I think a lot of you are describing, these very strong narcissistic traits in families. Oh, and by the way, I've got a video on this coming out, which I'm trying to reconcile what I think is a bit of a mismatch between the narcissism diagnosis and what we see in really problematic families. That's coming out soon. I'm really excited about it. I'd love to hear what you think. Anyway. I genuinely do feel that there are a lot of us who are dealing with some really, really deep challenges in our families. The other thing that I'm seeing, though, that I really want to speak out on is that there are parents who have really tried to support their children and they find themselves estranged. And I think it's really important, actually, that I acknowledge that. And I really want to bring that space into the club as well. And I'm going to tell you my reasons why I want to include this. So for me, it's less about whether a parent is behaving in ways that are really harmful or a child is. I can see that it happens both ways. We can have narcissistic parents, we can have narcissistic children, we can have just harmful and difficult parents, we can have difficult and challenging children. There can be divorce involved, there can be mental illness on either or both sides. There's a big spectrum in the estrangement world. And as much as I am interested in talking about really toxic family patterns, I'm also very firm on supporting healthy relationships. And I actually feel that the scapegoats here we'll get it, because we know what it's like to feel taken advantage of by other people in our lives. And so I know it might be hard to imagine that a child could be in that position over their parents, but that's what I'm learning, and that's what I want to bring into this space. And I really and genuinely hope and wish that, and actually no, it's not a wish, I really feel that there's so much love and support from the scapegoats, because we've been through so much, that I want to open up this conversation to parents who are interested in being thoughtful and supportive and kind, rather than keep it a very closed space just for the estranged children of difficult parents. I want to open up the conversation. I think that's the way that we tackle narcissism, and I think that's the way we open up our society more to help reduce narcissism in families and toxicity and abuse and adversity in family units. So that's my reason, my primary reason for opening up the conversation a bit more. I was interested, I wanted to talk to more estranged parents, and I was looking online and I was struck by the forums that I'd seen, and I didn't do a whole lot of homework, admittedly, but I did have a look on Facebook, and there were a few groups on there for estranged parents, but they're closed groups, and they're only open to parents who have been cut off by a child. And I can understand and respect that. Also, I don't want to do that for the club here. I want the door to be open, because when we close the doors and we say we are not going to talk to any parent, we're not going to be open to any kind of dialogue, for me, that's just not how I want to live my life, because that is exactly what my family have done to me. I just want to keep this dialogue as open and as respectful and as welcoming as we can, so that we can be that change. You know, I don't want to be a hypocrite. I don't want to be someone that says, this is the way that I think. I'm never going to think about it from a different perspective, and I'm never going to challenge or adjust my thoughts, even if I get good evidence otherwise. Oh, but also this is a really big part. I get it. When we are really hurting from abuse, when we need to really wind ourselves in and protect and figure out who we can trust, and we really need to stop ourselves hurting, I 100% honor that. And so I really want to say to that, if you are in an abusive, toxic situation and you need to get out, and you need to have these really, really firm boundaries in terms of how you think about things for your situation now, I'm 100% behind you, and I will always have your back on that. I think what I'm going to say though is that might be some videos that come out that are a bit more, they do challenge things a bit more. They look at different perspectives. And I know that that can be really hard, and sometimes they may not be the right things for us to watch in that time where we are in terms of our journey and the experience and the situations that we're in. And so I ask you very much to honor wherever you are. So there are going to be hopefully some really good videos coming out. There might be some more from a parent perspective, but the fundamentals are always going to be there, that this is going to be a safe place for people to say that it is not okay for close family relationships and parents to treat other people in ways that are harmful, in ways that are disrespectful, and are in ways that violate how we want to be in the world. So friends, again, from the bottom of my heart, I am so truly grateful for all of you. And I really try and be open to any comments, either way, whether you like what I'm saying, whether you don't agree with what I'm saying. The only thing I ask, and you guys are wonderful at this, is that we support each other and we keep our comments kind. Because again, let's be the people that we want to be, rather than perhaps the people we grew up with. Thanks again, my friends. I will see you really soon. I'll give you updates on the podcast. I'll give you updates on the Washington Post article. It's all going to be coming out hopefully soon. I don't really know when though. It's all a bit of a mystery, but stay tuned because it's happening right here. Take care, friends. Bye for now.